Going on globally, let's now talk about the cues that you should track as we get into the final trading session of the week. We have Ekta and Mangalam joining us to fill us in with the trade setup and the individual stocks that you should have on your radar today. Guys, a very good morning. And Ekta, coming to you first. We did see some red yesterday, but the global handover is quite positive this morning.
Morning, Pavitra. Yes, absolutely. The markets did close in the red, but they were sharply off their intraday lows yesterday. So the Sensex fell around 147 odd points and the Nifty around 38 odd points. Now, FIIs continued to net sell, so they net sold over 1600 odd crores. We have seen this trend continue, and the DIIs net bought around 2127 odd crores. So net the institutions were buyers. Now, the India CPI came in at a multi-month low, 12-month low, came in at around 5.7%. So that was a positive. And the US inflation, we've been talking about that since last evening, came in line with expectations at 6.5%, the lowest that we've seen in 13 months, and below 7% for the first time in 1 year. US markets ended higher, Asia largely higher at this point in time, and the SGX indicating a positive start as well. Now, oil has risen on account of US inflation data as well as demand hopes, and back home we do have a lot of earning reactions. Infosys, HCL Tech. Earnings today include Just Dial, Wipro, L&T Finance Holdings, and tomorrow's HDFC Bank as well as Avenue Supermart. So keep your eye out on Q3 numbers.
All right, it is going to be a lot about these individual names. But Ekta, hold on, also take us through the individual stocks which should be in focus today. You did mention, of course, the tech majors on the back of their earnings, but what else should we track?
Well, yes, L&T Tech, they're going to be acquiring L&T Smart World and Communication business. So that's going to be in focus on account of an acquisition. Natco Pharma, the court has set aside a patent granted to a Novartis drug. So there will be competition which will come into the domestic market Jan 16th onwards. ITI has bagged a 25 crore worth laptop order. So that's going to be in focus. RVNL has won 39 crores worth of an project also. So that stock will continue to be in focus. Rama Steel Tubes MOU with Uttar Pradesh government to set up a steel processing unit. Linde India starts construction of a new air separation plant in Punjab. Shah Metallics implements 1.2 MT of a pellet capacity 8 months ahead of schedule, and Shriram Finance PE fund Apex Partners plans to sell shares via a block deal today. This is source based, a lot of stocks to focus on.
All right, a lot of stocks to focus on. Ekta, thanks a lot for running us through that entire list. Finally, we also have Mangalam here to talk about all of the cues from the futures and options space. Mangalam.
Good morning. So we've been consolidating in a narrow range over the last few trading sessions. The Nifty is facing resistance upwards of levels of 17,950. That's what we saw yesterday's high as well, was 17,946, coincided with the previous day's high of 17,976 itself. But at the same time, we're seeing support at lower levels too. In fact, the December low of 1774 was something that held on yesterday as well. We bounced back right from below those levels. 17,761 was the low in yesterday's trading session. And as a result of which, it was weekly options expiry. The Nifty closed exactly in the middle of the range, which was expected by options writers, and which is something that we pointed out yesterday as well. The FIIs sold in the cash market to the tune of 1663 odd crores. The DIIs went ahead and bought 2128 crores. So for the first time in the last couple of days, we saw the institutional flows being positive, and the SGX Nifty is indicating a positive start. So what are the big triggers to watch out for today? Of course, we will watch out for any reaction coming in post the US retail inflation coming in line, and secondly, Infosys results. Why am I speaking about Infosys results more? Because the Nifty bank is run into a bit of a resistance, which was a leader earlier. So can the IT stock support? The Nifty bank had a high of 343 yesterday, and that coincides with the 50-day exponential moving average of 42,369. The FIIs sold in the cash market yesterday to the tune of 556 odd crores, and their longs have now dropped just to 38%. So if this SGX Nifty bounce sustains and we go closer to levels of 18,000, perhaps some short covering is in order. All that we'll have to watch out for the way IT stocks react and the Nifty bank reacts today.
All right, let's wait by and see how both of those, sectors react and whether we can sustain the opening gains. Mangalam, Ekta, thanks a lot for joining us and prepping us up for this trading session. With that, we're going to get into a short break. But like we told you, IT big boys Infosys and HCL Tech posted their Q3 earnings. We'll get you all of the highlights on the other side.